the best version of yourself. Hi, my name is Ruard, and today I want to discuss 3 key ideas on developing the best possible version of yourself, that future version of yourself that you're striving towards. How do we do this? The first thing we need to understand is that there's a life cycle of skills, of our timing in life, and even our time in a specific organization. The introduction phase refers to that beginning stages where you get to understand the environment that you're placed within, the different components and how it works. The growth phase where you're becoming so good at the skills that you're trying to acquire and you're learning at such a good and quick rate. The maternity phase is when you start training up other people and you pass on the skill set that you've learned to others so that they can be as effective as you within that phase and within that skill. And then finally, the declining phase where you start stepping back and other people start taking over. It's really important to understand life cycles and where your skill set or even your life on earth currently is at as you make your decisions to create the best version of yourself. Let's move forward. Another big thing that impacts how you decide to be the best version of yourself is your choices in life. Let's have a look at this diagram of diverging timelines where you actually get to see different versions of yourself, all the way from a family man to a man that is not doing very well. We get to see 4 different versions. And every single choice that you make either points you into one of these directions. And it's really important to understand that if we don't know where we're going, if we don't have goals, we won't be able to figure out what is the best choice to make along the way. Let's talk about designing our best life and the 3 key ideas: goals, choices, and costs. These 3 concepts allows us to make decisions on a day-to-day basis that allows us to reach our personal best. Let's start with goals. Have a list of achievements that you're trying to complete in your lifespan here on earth. Things that you find fun, stuff that excites you. What's the reason you're getting up in the morning? What is something that you want to tick off your bucket list? This list empowers you and it inspires you to go through life with a bit of excitement and enjoyment. Have a list of financial goals that you're trying to achieve. How much do you want in your savings account at the end of this year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What do you want your financial situation to look like by the time you retire? When do you want to retire? These key questions and a list of these, you can review these every single day. And so to make sure you're on the right path towards where you're heading. And finally, on your life achievements list, have an area for the legacy that you want to leave. What impact and influence do you want to leave the next generation? Those people that are around you, how do you want to inspire them and add value to their lives? Let's keep looking at some other things of goals. Have a plan for 10 years from now. So important. This plan allows you to know that what you're working on this year is going to impact next year. The choices that you're making this year is going to help next year's choices and change things for you then. Ask yourself, what will your career look like? What type of lifestyle do you want to live? And what investments do you have to make right now so that 10 years from now you can achieve that? These investments may be from reading a range of different books, participating in some classes, even picking up a new art skill, because that's a component that you want to have within your lifestyle. Finally, this year is the most important year of your life. How much time do you have left in this year, and how much time is required to achieve your goals so that you can head towards your goals 10 years from now? And most importantly, have a team of people around you that supports you and that inspires you, adds value to yourself so that you can achieve those goals. Let's move forward. Choices. Every single day, make 10 fantastic choices that work towards your goals. This will create a mindset, a habit to work towards them and tick things off so that you can improve on yourself. Those future habits is what helps design the life that you want to live. It helps design the environment that you want to be in. It designs the social environment that you get to interact with. And every single day when you're working towards that, you make a choice that strives to improve this version of myself for the next day. I want to become better. And even once I reach those goals 10 years from now, I may reach them 5 years from now. You may reach them 12 years from now. Regardless of the time, once you reach them, you strive to improve on yourself in a new way. And the final thing, when you're making these choices, because you're choosing regardless, whether you want to make a choice of where you want to be, whether you're not making that choice, you're choosing it regardless. That is your capacity. You have the dignity of choice. When you choose to decide, do it with the correct attitude. Your attitude impacts how you experience your time here on life, and you only have today. So you can have an attitude of gratefulness that actually you have a work to go to, or actually you have a bunch of great ideas, you have a dream, you have a hope, you have a list of things that you want to achieve. Your attitude helps add value to the choices and helps determine the quality of life that you want to live. Let's go look at the last one, the cost. The only true resource that you have in life is your time. This is so important. And when you understand this, you know that you're continuously exchanging your time. This little picture over here says we have 86,400 seconds worth of time that we can exchange on a daily basis. What are you exchanging your life, your time for, to add value to yourself and to those around you? Impact. Whatever you exchange is going to have an impact on you. If I'm exchanging time into reading a range of different books, that's going to have an impact on me, and then I'll have an impact on those people around us. The type of people that we hang out with have an impact on us. They actually help us decide what we value and what we don't value. So it's really important to understand that whatever we exchange our time into, that's going to influence us, and then we will influence that arena. Final thing to understand, that regardless of what you do, there's a sacrificial component in life. You're continuously sacrificing. We cannot stop the hands of time. You're continually spending that resource, and how you spend it is going to determine the quality of your life. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you decide to have goals, whether you decide to strive to be the best version of yourself, whether you decide to be half of what you could be or none of what you could be, you're sacrificing your greatest resource, which is time. It is going to cost something. Let's summarize this. How do we design our best life? We have a list of goals. We review them every day. We make sure that we're excited for them and that we know how we want to design this path that we're going to go on. The next thing is we have choices that we get to make. If we make 10 excellent choices every single day for 100 days, that's 1,000 great choices towards reaching our optimum self. And finally, there's a cost to living this life. You're spending that resource, that beautiful time every single day. What you invest in helps determine the quality of your life. Thank you for listening to this short video. I hope these ideas have added value to your life and that you can start actioning these as soon as possible. I'm Ruard Smith, and I truly believe that with hard work, perseverance, and the correct attitude, you truly can become the best version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching.